Hailey, you do know that you're attractive enough where men will still want to date you, but you do know that you have disqualified a certain group of men 1,000%. Who will not date you because you film guy-girl content. You understand that, correct? You understand it as well? Well, it's probably not as much for you because it's on some other guy's content. And you,
but I already did that with
your line is actually lower because you've never done guy-girl.
I'm a smaller pill to follow.
Smaller pill to follow. But you do understand there is a subset of men that might have a problem with it.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Like I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I've dated so many Playboy models. I'm not going to say I have a problem with that.
Well, and I feel like.
But for me, I also the guy-girl thing would be the line I wouldn't be able to cross. Like I don't think I could. I talked to this with my sales team. Would you guys? What do you think would happen to Men of Action if the guys could see my girlfriend having sex for $5.99? They're like, well, it would destroy our company.
They would wish that they were fucking
her. It would destroy my company.
What if she stopped just for you?
The problem is the content is still going to be up on many days.
So it's always there. So
that's the problem. It kind of is always there. You know,
it's called digital footprint. Yes, it's always there.
Digital footprint is
like I'm not going to lie. Like there's
I would want to see your digital footprint if it was broadcast.
There's a bottom third of men. There's a bottom third of men who get no sex at all. Maybe 1 or 0 sexual partners. I'm never going to tell you, ladies, that because you did OF, no guy's going to want you. That's not true. The guys who goes on these other shows who say that delusional. There's so many. The only thing growing faster than the OF economy is the simp economy. You guys are just fine. But there is a certain subset of guys that you may want that are going to say, can't take you home to mom. Because
but they're going to be boring for me anyway, so I don't really care.
What I'm saying is you made the deal.
Yeah,
right? My friend Nora Ford made the deal. My friend Tucci Cash made the deal. My friend Nicolette Shea made the deal. And my friend, they made the deal. And they understand that because they wanted the bag first. Now you have a girl like Sarah Jesse who has both. Right, she has a husband and children, and she also films. Yeah. She has, in her mind, she has both. Right, but for the most part, as long as you ladies understand that there are consequences, I don't give whatever you want. Just like if I take steroids, there's consequences for my liver and kidneys. If you do OF, there's consequences. As long as you understand, the problem is the delusion. That is the problem that I have an issue. You want to say something?
I just want to add and clarify that I don't do content either. I don't have OnlyFans for that reason. The blueprint, right?
Yeah. It's real.
And
girls
the devil,
want it removed when they want to settle down.
Let me be honest that the devil is on my shoulder. You know, sometimes going, change your life. Like you could be in your G-Wagon tomorrow.
Sophie
Rain. Put your ass on. No judgment. But yeah,
Molly was saying she wanted to film with you, so like I think it was
totally. Like I
didn't say that, but you are beautiful. You could always do feet.
Could always do feet.
I
might look into it. I might do.
It doesn't matter.
I do have pretty feet.
I don't claim to understand it, but feet.
I don't understand it either.
I have an answer for it. I actually
I
have
don't
an answer
understand
for
it,
the
but
fee.
the money's green.
No, but I have an answer for the fee. I saw this study, and so your pleasure center in your brain and the sensations in your feet are next to each other. So in the womb, when you're developing, there's crossovers.
That's
why
yeah.
we'll have foot
Can somebody
fetishes.
perplexity that for me? Look that up on
It's a phenomenal thing. I fucking learned. I was like, that's crazy.
A foot fetish is like when you hear about it the first time, you're like, that's kind of
weird,
weird,
time I
right?
gave a foot, like,
but then you hear everything else that's out there, you're like, I'm fine with feet.
I know.
Fighting about fetishes is like, do you ever wonder if you don't have like a fetish in that category, what is your fetish? Like, are you just a person without a fetish?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Heterosexual missionary sex is my fetish. It's kind of weird. I know I get in a lot of trouble for that.
Strange.
Strange. Women who look like women, that's another fetish that I have. It's kind of weird. Hopefully it comes back soon. Women who are not obese, I'm kind of into that. I don't know, but these are some of my fetishes. Big boobs is kind of a weird one I have.
Put them in a bikini.
What's that?
I said put him in a bikini and he drops his pants.
Yeah. I have these weird fetishes. Heterosexuality.
I like the bikini because they're so rare.
Yes.
But you know they're not.
Huh?
See, I like what Tori was saying here is that like you got the devil on one shoulder saying you can make a lot of money, you can make a lot of money. So the problem is like a lot of the girls these days are living out what I've said is the plot to Pretty Woman. Have you ever seen the movie Pretty Woman? Like,
I've been on
it's the hooker with the heart of gold. And you got Richard Gere, who is like this billionaire industrial guy. And the only guy who can lift her out of that lifestyle is the millionaire guy who gives, like the jewelry and everything. Yeah, but there's another one.
No, that's a whole different one.
That's a whole different one.
That's a problem.
No, I agree with you. It's just 50 Shades.
Yeah.
Like the problem is when women complain about men watching porn, you guys understand 50 Shades of Grey is female porn, but it's not.
Smut.
It's not just that it's smut. It's that it's so unrealistic. You like ladies are like, yes, I'm gonna get my billionaire with a huge penis who doesn't than any other women but me. Like, do you understand how ridiculous that is?
He will always other women.
Oh my God, bro!
That's why you
I
just gotta
remember.
bring them in.
So I couldn't finish. I read everything. I tried to finish the books. I got through I barely got through the first book, and then I asked my friend. I was like, dude, okay, I got to know. The only thing I got to know: does Christian Grey have sex with any other women besides Anastasia? And they're like, no. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
But that's
What
because
is this?
You never know.
What
Hey,
is
you never
this?
know.
his
You
fetish
never know.
was control.
Yeah.
And when that you have,
take
and
him?
with men like that, they fixate. And he was fixated on her, and he couldn't control her.
It's
And
such
once
a
he
female
had
fantasy.
her,
She treated him
Such a female
ordinary.
fantasy.
She treated it's the law of
Wow.
detachment. She treated him ordinary, whereas
Yeah.
other women throw themselves at him. And
There
he
are guys
craved
that
her
are
because she
different.
didn't need him. She was whole by herself, even though she had a totally
Can
different
we just be
lifestyle.
honest and
What
say
did you ask
50
my
Shades
other
of Grey
job
is
was?
just basically Twilight with no vampires?
That's fair.
Basically
It's
what
the
it is.
biggest ball of coke I've ever seen in my life.
If he lived in the
Christian-
trailer park,
Christian
it would be creepy.
You mentioned take notes on Christian Grey. Stop bagging on him. Take some damn notes.
Yeah, let me step one, get the $1 billion. Get out of my
Yeah,
face.
like,
Get out of my
get the
face with this nonsense.
helicopter.
Christian Grey is the most.
we need the Times Square penthouse high rise.
Yes.
And then we can talk about how Christian fucked her mind, because he definitely fucked her mind first before he touched her. And then he had a dungeon.
Wait, don't spoil it. He hasn't finished the book.
But she wasn't the first
It's been
one.
years. It's been out. People have seen it. She's not giving any spoilers.
Yeah, but she wasn't the first one. It's
No.
he fixates on one, and then when he's done, he gets another one.
Because didn't he have the blonde? Did he have that blonde like
Yeah.
aunt or
Okay,
something?
Wait.
Some
So,
family member-
okay,
yeah.
listen to how they're all talking about that. Like they know every fucking
Yeah,
detail of
we
this
know.
story, right? Now let me explain something to you.
That book is astrology, dude.
Because I'm an author, obviously.
It's a Kama Sutra.
So here's the thing:
Freaking
is
50 Shades of Grey.
that book was not published by a major publisher. It was published independently by the author, right? So it was it was independent. Okay, so it sold 65 million units in its first year. Okay, by word of mouth, by nothing but
And
women
actually,
reading it.
no,
So
wait.
no
and
PR.
Can I
putting it
give
up.
you
Yep.
one more fact?
Uh-huh.
What is the hardware store? Not Home Depot, but it's like a
Lowe's.
Home Depot.
Lowe's.
Ace and all those,
Okay.
they sold
Lowe's.
out of the parts in the book and in the movie of
You're
the
lying.
scenes. So there were
Stop it, the
specific
rope.
ropes, the ropes. There were things that he made for this.
Wives
that
were
one
over there
rope,
like-
all that sold out. Because the women were like, okay, I got my man. He's my Christian Grey. He might not have $1 billion, but he's taking care of her. So
I
she's
wonder
like,
how many
okay,
divorces.
tie me up. Let me see what that
They
might
want
be.
the
from a
fantasy.
trailer park.
I wonder how many divorces were
But it
caused from
wasn't.
that
It
book.
wasn't. I don't think
Probably a lot.
I think it
Yo,
was
guys,
all
I'm
women.
sorry, man. The billionaires that are in real life, they don't do this. I'm
No, they
sorry. Just
don't.
please get real, like, bro.
Most of the time they have like micros and like that. That's why they make money. You know?
Like Elon Musk just had
what they like.
Musk just had a kid with one of the executives in his company. He has 12 children or something like that. Like, no, guys, that's not how this works. Please, like, I just think it's so damaging that people believe that
But
crazy.
guys do like kinky shit.
I'm not saying they don't like kinky shit. What I'm saying is that Christian
you.
Grey in real life is not sleeping with one woman.
Like
it's
even
not
Elon. Elon has what, like 15 freaking
look at
kids?
MGK.
But
Megan Fox.
he's a serial monogamous though, so
Oh,
he
he's an
moves
alien,
from he
but
moves
that's
from
okay.
one to the next. to
That's
the
what
next, to
I'm
the next,
saying.
yeah.
He's like a
Serial
Christian Grey.
Yeah.
He's got one.
Oh.
He fixates and moves on.
Yeah, but Christian Grey
Grimes.
doesn't move on. He goes through 3 books. That's too much. That's too much.